doggy. The doggy can bite you though. That's fine.
That's not fair.
Rude.
Well,
Anyways.
because Oli actually knows how to play bite. Hockey does not.
No.
Hockey goes for the throat too.
Anyways. Recap this week is gonna be pretty short because we didn't get too much covered through. I mean, we got a lot through, but like we don't have 2 sessions worth of like stuff to cover this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
There we go.
Anyways, we'll just kind of start off, go around. So, you 3 collectively entered the dungeon and had some interesting discoveries, if I recall.
Very interesting.
One of them being is that there's lots of fucking undead running around.
Not so much bandits.
Yeah,
Even though
there's
we were initially told bandits.
yeah, there are some bandits that you've come across. One that which you tried to calm down after finding them in a panic.
He was too panicked, however, and did
Yep.
not care.
And he was pretty much dead set on telling you guys to fucking let him
Get
leave.
out, run.
He's just like, let me out, let me out, and he fucking booked it as soon as you, like, gave him an opportunity.
Like, whoa, whoa, chill, man, chill. And he's like, "Ow!" and just runs out.
Pretty much. He fucking hauled it.
I sure hope Crazy Guy is okay.
Yeah, who knows what happened to that guy.
He's probably running out there somewhere in the woods with Tritachyon blasting as a bunch of fake creatures chase after him.
Tachyon!
And you just see like an army of like dire wolves and things just chasing, going.
Bears,
as,
wolf.
as the local woodcutter watched all of this in awe.
Rust back in the day truly was a magical place.
It still is. It's a wild place. Anyway.
Coming back to it. One of your few encounters was with mostly panicked bandits. However, most of your encounters were with the dead rather than the living. Having come across that owlbear in the fucking corner room. Yeah, you encountered a trapped skeletal owlbear that was more or less, whether it was intentionally or not, guarding a key to the next area.
It was quite challenging.
Yep. You're able to dispatch of it pretty quickly, though. After that, you came across some interesting rooms and found some good loads of goodies, some treasures. You had an encounter at the mess hall in which you fought off the dead remains of most of the bandits, essentially. It's just bloody mess in the mess hall, for lack of a better term, no pun intended. And then, proceededly, you discovered more keys and mechanisms to unlocking through the doorways. Found yourselves a little rest area where you could kind of take a moment to relax. Hope you guys healed up, by the way. You're up to full. Just to sort of cap off with that. So yeah, you're all at full health.
But white though.
Cause y'all rested and you need it.
White, in terms of mechanics,
I'm
what is
sorry.
this, a long rest? Or
I'm
something?
sorry, I only have 1 HP
We had a
for not getting hit at all.
Then
'Cause
die.
We had a short rest. Yeah.
But did you guys heal off of that? I
We
don't
healed
know.
a little bit.
Alright.
I'm
Well,
back to full.
for the
I
sake
don't know
of
what you're talking about.
for the sake of this, you guys are up to full.
Okay.
But this is kind of the one exception for it. 'Cause, I'll try not to make that
habit.
Yeah.
Just asking mechanically, what is it? It was like, okay, I got it.
Y'all are just full HP'd. It's
Okay.
it's new session HP basically, which while normally it's not in between dungeons, this time I'll kind of feel like, okay, you guys are full health for this, because you're literally at the gates of a boss room.
I love being at the gates of a boss room.
I know, right?
Spoilers! No, I'm just kidding.
Because we totally didn't already know that was happening.
Having passed
Spoiler!
through
That's what, I'm just kidding.
having passed through the oh, I can. There we go. Having passed through the through the metal doors, you came across an interesting puzzle door that more or less sort of gave you a small peek of what you're in for, as you bore witness to a rather intricately designed locked door with a nice little mural sort of like engraved upon it, which sort of showed the kind of person that lived here or resided here. I wouldn't really say lived.
Live doesn't really apply.
Yeah, live doesn't really cut it. In any case, yeah, you discovered in the next chamber that this is the tomb of a lich that's been more or less interred in here, taken apart, of course. And you were able to find a surviving and sane bandit, not one that was crazy or panic-ridden, who's chained up to a wall and was essentially more one of the lucky ones, as he mentioned that his comrades were dragged down below by their bandit leader, essentially, who is not only the mage of their group, but as you...
I thought you said maid.
No, mage.
The maid of the group.
The maid of the group, yeah. No, that's... No.
I knew it. Never trust those anime maids.
Yep.
They'll get you.
It's an evil anime maid. No,
Y'all seen Black Lagoon?
Have you seen our campaign with the maids?
Oh my
nuts.
god.
They're nuts.
Sir Richard, I miss you so. In any case, where was I? Right, you discovered that this is the tomb of a once powerful lich, and you kind of came to the conclusion that after freeing the bandit, that their leader is in possession of the ring, and Homeboy's not quite himself, as he's kind of gone on a, little crazy streak and started killing off his own guys. It's typically not a good sign.
He felt a little woozy, all.
Yeah. But I think that about covers it. So after that, you made your way downstairs before the doors of what appears to be the Undercroft, where behind the doors you hear the shrieking cries of help. No doubt some of the bandits' former comrades.
Comrades.
So, before you press on, is there anything you guys would like to do?
No, I think we're good. Mostly because there wasn't really much to do. I don't have any buffs to throw on, unless you guys do.
I have no spell slots left. And there's not much I can do about it.
You rested.
I need a long rest.
You
to
long
get my
rested.
spell slots back. Okay, I guess I have my spell slots back now.
I'll take it.
The DM is saying you get this one nice mercy.
No, I don't want mercy.
And then
I want
perish.
mercy.
I'll be sure the
Take it.
I'll be sure the necromancer gets you first.
The necromancer.
Oh
That's
god.
all I heard.
Starts shooting magical beams at you, and you turn into a cat.
No, I don't want to be a cat.
Yep. He like grabs you, and he's like, "I'm turning you into a cat boy."
No, please. Ugh.
All right, but yeah, if there's anything y'all need to do, now's the time.
Nope. Except mark that I have full slots. I guess.
Fool slots. Slots, but for fools.
Nice. I actually gotta
Yeah.
back out again.
Nice.
Nice.
Yasha, Lamine,
I'm good.
Also good.
also good.
Do.
Very well. Then we shall proceed.
We shall perish.
Your party pushes through. You open the dusty, ancient doors. They give way easily to your push, And down below, you find a well-lit, large room. It's I'd say it's like a 50-foot square room.
Hmm.
50 feet forward and 50 feet left or right. Before you see at the very dead center what appears to be an altar of sorts, and you see a hooded figure with couple bodies strewn about the steps of the altar.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, and you catch just moments of the ritual as you step in and you see the body.
Ritual.
Yeah, the body, the cries and shrieks of of the bandit
Cries and shrieks of
fall
all
silent.
Dying people.
Yeah, pretty much he's just murdered these three dudes, and
That's
you
not
see
cool.
you see their blood trickling down from the altar and pooling into the various crevices of the steps.
That's not cool of him.
The hooded hold on.
That's
hooded
not very cash money of him.
Yeah.
It isn't unbelievable that he would do such things.
The hooded figure's eyes are fixed now upon you, and he pulls back his hood, revealing what appeared to look like almost a man, now sort of almost like he's rotting away and like turning super ancient. And he speaks with a rasp. He says, "Dare awaken my lair. I have slumbered for aeons, and now the time has come. Once more, I shall bring peace to this land."
Oh
And
no, they woke him up.
He he takes his staff and he taps it onto the ground. The blood that's been pooling in the various crevasses of the steps begin to spill forth onto a divot in the ground where there's a shape of almost like a skull. The earth rumbles briefly, and a large skeletal-like claw juts, like, punches out of the ground straight up.
Ooh.
From the earth, and he waves his hands out, and he beckons, "Hasfa, Minotaur King, my loyal servant, come forth and be rid of these pests."
Oh no.
And before you clambers out a skeletal minotaur bearing a huge axe.
Oh no.
Let's go, buddy.
So, give me some initiative, guys.
My axe is bigger.
My
no.
axe is
Not
bigger. Sniffle.
Is your axe bigger, Joe?
How big that axe,
Oh,
though?
Got a bigger axe to grind than he does.
Bigger. Well, that's fair. Bigger axe to grind, I can believe.
Bigger axe to grind.
Get on his skull.
You've got a nice head on your shoulders.
Almost rolled a +5. I was like, wait, no, my initiative ain't +5.
It's some good initiative.
So, just so you know, when the enemies roll, the way I'm doing the initiative is that they will be fighting together. So, if you guys, they don't, like, it's not gonna be like, oh, one guy's gonna go and then the other guy goes, like, at a later step. They both act on the same initiative.
They go together.
They go together. Okay, so 15, 15, 18.
Yep.
Looks like it.
Nope,
Y'all
looks like
just
it.
y'all just barely get ahead of these two.
Good.
Just a little bit.
Yep. So we'll start with Yasha. The altar where the necromancer and the minotaur are about 25 feet away from you.
Keep
Had
the
some-
mage.
Last pick.
Yeah.
Well. Up.
I wish to geck the mage.
There we go.
Death the big.
Exactly.
You know, I was gonna ask how am I faster as a Shen's character, but I realized Shen is a cleric paladin. Which makes sense.
Yeah, Dex was not my priority. This character. It's, it, it is still my worst stat, but it's not a negative. So, step
True.
up from Hilda.
All right, Yasha, what do you do?
I wish to bum rush the mage,
All right.
but I would like to. I would like attempt to position myself so that it would be like
Skirt the
me,
Minotaur.
mage, and minotaur. So I'm not like.
Oh, you want to get between the Minotaur and the Mage?
Rather, I want to put the mage between me and the minotaur.
Get behind him.
Ah, I see.
If
Um,
if it includes if it's possible, including feats of acrobats. If like have to fucking run off a wall or something.
well, there are some pillars and columns you can kind of bounce off of. Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check. If you are able to do so, then or if you pass, you'll be able to make the maneuver. So so you're gonna be between the Minotaur and the the Necromancer, but also it's stop. I put a loop on this, but also behind them. Yes, is that what I'm getting?
It doesn't matter if I'm behind him. I just want to put the mage between me and the minotaur, so the minotaur can't just like.
Oh,
swipe at
okay.
me.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you
Well,
make it then.
Swipe at me without having to cleave through his buddy anyway, and I'm pretty sure he wants to avoid that. So.
Yeah. So you're gonna get around the Minotaur. Okay.
Yep.
Well, you do so you do have a clear position. You get around. You work yourself around. Sort of dipping between columns and finding yourself a spot at the Necromancer's flank before which kind of like gives the Minotaur sort of a head turn, and he looks kind of on at what you're doing, but he's too slow to react as he's still kind of, rolling himself together essentially.
Just oh shit. And with that, I would like to strike.
All right, go ahead and make me an attack.
But can I do the strike? That is the question.
We shall see.
Eh.
An 11.
Nope.
Okay.
While the Minotaur's movements are
Strike.
sluggish and slow, the Necromancer is still rather quick on his feet, despite his decrepit look. He mutters. He does stumble as he tries to dodge out of the way, cursing. He's like this blasted flesh, and
Cursed flesh.
but he's able to move just out of the way. Your spear catches mere inches off of his face. However, you notice as you reach to almost tap, you feel like a weird force almost pushing you away, and you notice sort of a shimmer on his body, as you do so.
Mage armor. But all right.
Who can play at that game? Well,
Exactly. All right, who's next? Mordrin, yeah? Mordrin?
yeah, because
Okay.
I have the higher deck.
All right, so
Okay.
so it's gonna be Yasha Mordrin or Mordrin Yasha. I kind of went off of, however, but
Well,
Mordrin
it's
Yasha.
on Yasha
then-
because Yasha got the highest number.
Okay. So Mordrin Yasha, Lamine, then the baddies. Are we the baddies?
Are we the
No,
baddies?
no. We have snow.
You know what? Let's see if this works out better, works out as well as it did last time. I'm gonna do that. the scary spell on the Necromancer.
Oh,
Scary spell?
Attempt
Yeah.
the fucking.
Prepare the fucking for insinuation.
All right. Oh, wait, which spell are you using?
Wisdom save. The really scary one.
Could you say the name?
Can I get a specific?
Insinuation.
yeah, she said it.
It's the
Oh.
one that knocks the guy out if he fails his wisdom save.
Oh, okay. I actually need to look this up real quick. Stand by 1 second. second. I remember something. Did insinuation, yeah?
Mhm. I'm gonna see what happens.
Okay. What's the
The
DC?
DC 14.
DC 14, and this is on the Necromancer, yes?
Yeah.
Ooh, he passes.
Yeah. Okay. I believe nothing happens. Because otherwise, that would be shitty. Yeah, nothing happens.
Incapacitated at the end of each of its turns, takes d12 second damage. Then it can make a save.
Yeah, but if it succeeds, then the spell ends. So.
Okay. Very well.
Very well.
All right, Lamine. Or was that everything?
Yep.
Okay, Lamine.
I'm gonna run with the Minotaur.
All right, Minotaur is about
Right.
well, Minotaur is about 20 feet ahead of you.
I will be doing my best to keep this thing occupied.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Are the pillars that you mentioned, are they around the
Yeah.
Minotaur in any capacity?
So, huh?
Are they around the Minotaur in, like, or close enough that I might be able to use them as cover when I fight this thing?
Yeah, you could essentially use one as cover. There's one about every about 10 or 15 feet, sort of in a circle around the room. It's
Okay. I'm
it's
not
like
gonna
it's like
fight
think
this thing
like
straight up if I don't have to.
okay. So you're just gonna kind of try and draw it over to one of the pillars.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll target it with a sacred flame.
All right.
I'll hold up my hand and little ball of light will detonate near it. So I need a dex save.
Dex save on the Minotaur. Let's go. What's the DC?
14.
That is a fail. So
Sweet.
how much damage?
2 radiant damage.
Excellent.
Any damage is good damage.
That's damage on the board.
True.
Come here,
Ah.
you decrepit monster.
Decrepit.
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 Very well. And that is the player's turn.
Decrepit mockery upon creation.
They should not exist.
The
The
Necromancer.
religious way of saying "fuck you, Minotaur."
The Necromancer will strike. Target you, Yasha. Takes a step away from you, and then he conjures up a spell. What's your AC right now?
16.
Alright.
Yeah.
He misses.
It's gonna be easy to remember, Peter, because everyone here has an AC of 16.
Awesome. I'll have to keep that in
Everyone.
mind.
Until I get better armor.
He makes a gesture with his hand and conjures an icy skeletal hand that juts forth at you, but you're able to just push it aside or move aside from it. He curses in his ancient common and prepares to and then beckons an order to the Minotaur.
I don't know what the ancient common is. Don't know what he's saying. He's saying some shit.
Minotaur does react.
Well, I hope it would. Otherwise,
And,
we're
hold
reading
on.
from
I have to jump between tabs.
The Minotaur just looks at you.
leaves.
I'll take it. Take it, please. Hey, if you want to just stand there and take it,
He
I
just
don't
looks at you like
The amalgamation of animated bones proceeds to takes a swing at you, Lamine. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, it does land its hit.
ooh.
Okay.
Okay, that's not it. Here we go. So take 10 damage.
Ooh. Ooh.
Kill that Minotaur.
So the turn is over. However, before we start again, the Necromancer does something. He issues forth a new command to the to the Minotaur. Yes. So something you should know. This boss has something similar to
Boss.
legendary actions. It's got boss actions.
Oh, boss action.
Basically legendary actions, but with
But without the legendary.
yeah, less legendary, more boss mechanic-y. I think I've mentioned this before. But to specify, certain bosses that you guys will come across will have essentially mechanics to them. And this is theirs. So for this one, the Necromancer calls to the Minotaur, and he speaks but one word very clearly: defend. The Minotaur then promptly shudders and shoves its almost in a way throws its animated arm over to the Necromancer, and it sort of reshapes itself into almost like a shield-like wall that interposes between you and the Necromancer. It's not like cemented into the ground, it like hovers in front of you guys, between you guys.
Ooh, interesting.
So, for this round, he will have some AC. Extra AC.
Some more extra AC.
Yep.
Oh, wow, that is very, very helpful because air conditioning is always needed.
Exactly.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Kind of warm.
Top of the round. Yasha.
I like to stick close to the mage. But also, is it possible to stick close to the mage and still strike at the Minotaur?
Does your weapon have a reach?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
10 feet weapon.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a big spear.
Yeah. There's enough room where you can stick between him and the Minotaur.
That's what I'll do. And Actually, no, I'll just get closer to the Minotaur.
So you'll stay between the. Will you stay between the mage and the Minotaur, or?
No, I'll just go towards the Minotaur for now.
I think he's saying that you can stay engaged to the mage and still attack the Minotaur.
Yeah.
Okay.
With your weapon, you can position yourself to remain between both and attack either or.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll know what I'll attempt to do. I will strike at the Minotaur.
All right.
17.
That will hit, I believe.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay. 6 slashing.
6 slashing.
Yeah, and then I like to throw a flurry of blows at the monk. Or monk. Myself. I
monk.
don't throw it at myself. I'll throw
Beats.
it at the Necromancer.
Face twice.
So two at the mage, yeah.
Yeah, these two attacks are coming at the mage.
All right.
Probably not, and
First one's a miss. That one is a hit. So you're able to find an opening between the shield and the cloud of bones, and land a strike at the Necromancer.
give me a sec, because this is a little different for now. Okay. And it's a solid 6 damage strike.
Ooh,
This is with his hand, so it's bludgeon. This one is bludgeoning.
good hit. Alrighty, is that everything?
That's my turn. I slashed at the Minotaur, and then quickly turned around and threw hands at the Necromancer.
All right, Mordrin.
Yeah. All right. Seeing that everybody is kind of bashing on the poor Minotaur, I'm gonna go bash it too. Except not physically bash it because that would be stupid.
Except not.
Yeah.
Not
So
bad.
instead,
Smash
I'm
it with
going to
magic.
use
Slash
one
or
of the
smash.
newer spells. It's called Mind Silver, which basically you have to make an intelligence save, and it takes damage.
And this is on the Minotaur?
I believe so. Yeah, she's targeting the Minotaur.
Okay. So, is that a DC check for me? 14?
Yeah, it's gonna be a 14.
Jesus. Okay, that Minotaur ignores it. Yikes.
Whoa,
Wow.
Minotaur's tough.
Rolled an 18.
You hanging
Well,
in
I mean,
there.
if it rolled an 18, it rolled an 18.
Yeah,
So you're just like, all right,
I was expecting that one to fail,
I'm-
actually.
100%. Me too.
Minotaur
But
is
it's
just
alright,
like,
it happened, so.
it's just like, brain is run by undead necromancy.
It does not care for such things.
Brain run by Goblin.
Brain
right.
run by
At least unlike
lich.
the other one, I can
The-
use it on.
The singular
Brain
magical
by
brain
Lich.
cell it has just works for that moment.
Imagine a Lich Goblin.
Oh,
I would
God.
imagine it's not working. That's why it's just not working, because he's just too busy, like, the friend.
It's -2
Goblin
transfixed
Lich
on
would be-
assisting its master, it seems, to acknowledge the powers of your spell. Or perhaps it is too far gone, too far dead to be affected by intellectual-based.
Counter proposal. It's just as stupid as I am.
Its level of intelligence matches my own.
Which is to say, what?
Not much, sadly. In any case, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, I am just here. I'm being a wizard, flailing my typical arms.
Wizard.
You're not the headmaster of that one school.
You're a wizard.
I'm glad you got the reference.
The one in that other fucking school where he had the just growing eldritch abomination.
Oh god, the dean. The dean that was slowly becoming an eldritch nightmare before your very eyes. And just acting like this is normal.
No, the students are happy. Are happy here. He says as his tentacles go.
As it grows 6 more legs and makes like a horrific otherworldly screech.
Perfectly normal.
Perfectly normal, I
Perfectly
assure you.
Our
That
deans
was a trick.
are the location in which you source our deans from. I assure you, are perfectly legal.
Perfectly normal. Anyways, coming back to the session. I believe that is now Lamine's turn.
Yeah.
Correct.
Lamine, the full attention of this Minotaur. With one arm now. Just bear that
I
in mind.
am going to. Okay. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Very
And
well.
then make an attack. Swing, open
The axe.
the axe. 20.
nice.
30, 20.
That's a solid hit.
That is a hit, for sure.
That one bounced.
That one did go.
What is the using the golds for D&D?
Hmm.
What is using the gold rounds for D&D?
Gold round for that'd be
Paying the DM snacks so you can get away.
yeah. You're paying for snacks. That's your premium.
like the D&D's like the DM's just like, well, you're one short, but you did buy me some Mountain Dew. I'll let it slide this time.
How do you do that online? You just order me a fucking pizza or something?
Just thinking emoji.
No, I had dinner. You're like, alright,
Yes,
for the
that's
next...
very well.
It's
Ooh,
like,
that's very
alright,
good.
you have
Hold
for the
on a
next
second,
45 minutes advantage on everything, and you double your damage.
14. By the way, 14 damage.
Ooh, nice. Good hit.
You can only say that like between bites of pizza though. Like you have
Yep.
to be like, oh,
like-
anyway.
You have until... You've got until the end of this fucking pizza. I grant you a boon until the end of this pizza.
I knew it. D&D's gone pay to win.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
D&D has always been pay to win. You could always bribe your DM. It just sometimes doesn't work.
Yeah, you got me there.
The only difference is that it's never a guarantee.
Yeah, it depends. Just like gotcha. DM's mood is very fickle.
It's like FGO.
Very fickle. You could give lots of money, but it is still very fickle.
Drop lots of money. That doesn't guarantee you'll get anything.
That will be my turn, by the way.
Alrighty.
That was my action and bonus action. I do not
Chomp.
Comes
Oh,
back.
God.
Oh,
Hi, Mom.
alright then.
The dog festival goes on.
Dog barking.
Tag yourself which dog you are. And someone going.
Tag yourself on the.
Tag which bark you are.
The human bark. I'm not actually dog, but I wish to be. Oh, God.
Jesus. Alrighty. Anyways, the Necromancer and the Minotaur will act. The Necromancer attempt to strike back at you, actually.
What a jerk.
Yeah, I know. What a jerk. See a 16. Whoop. Ooh, barely misses as he reaches out to grasp you with his hand and almost strike you with a magical spell.
Almost.
Almost. Very close.
Enough to make a man nervous.
Yep.
Don't be butt now, dog.
Alrighty. He
Foxes now.
then will do
I got
shouts to the Minotaur again. The Minotaur lurches forward and attempts to swing at you. However, because it's missing an arm, it's not quite at full power. And will miss as a result of the one hand short. The Necromancer then will do his boss action.
Remember,
And
kids, I always use two hands.
I mean, he's carrying a huge frickin' axe, as you can see.
Always use two hands.
But,
Don't be Ike, unless you got the strength.
Unless you got that arm strength, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Homeboy then issues another command. He says, "Kill them!" The bones retract away from the Minotaur, and once again reform back to his arm. The Minotaur's skeletal form seems to surge with an unholy power. Its eyes glimmer with a bright blue, and it seems it acts with a lot more aggression. So he gave a little something to the Minotaur this time.
Oh no. His eyes are blue! That means he doesn't like you!
Oh no, the White Walkers are coming.
Lord.
I wish he was green.
Nope. Anyways, that's the round. Back to the top. Yasha.
As always, I will be a nuisance and attempt to go all in on the mage.
I
Go
was
for it.
thinking with the dog really quickly. Didn't we get hurt or anything?
I don't think anybody got hit now.
Like I heard
No.
the thing getting buffed, but like, did anything else happen?
Nope. It's top of the round.
Okay.
Yasha's going.
Don't think a trouble hit.
You've got a minute. Go ahead. 12. Hold on.
Yeah.
12 will hit.
Oh,
We'll hit him.
Yay, my plants are growing.
hooray! Oh, a solid strike.
Nice. Good hit.
I can't
And then
believe
I'm
my
gonna-
plants are growing.
And I'll go all in. Fuck it. We'll use
Flurry
my
blows?
last chi for another flurry.
I thought you said furries. Like, oh no. No, hun, no.
No, Han, it's only you for watching Beastars.
Ha!
Swear to God.
I don't think I have these, unfortunately.
No, neither of those land.
Unfortunate, but understandable. That's my turn.
Have a good day.
I'll take my solid fucking spear hit, though. That's nice.
Yeah, that was a good hit. Nice. Very well. Mordrin.
All right, time to be extremely useful and try to see if the Minotaur will once again pass their intelligence check.
Gonna throw another one?
Yeah, throw another one.
Go.
DC
do it.
14, yeah?
Yep, DC 14. Let's
He
see if
fails
am
this
I gonna
time.
be useful.
He
Oh,
got
hooray!
he got a nat 20.
Okay, he takes 4 psychic damage, and
Four? Okay.
Yep, and he had the -2 to all his saving throws.
Ooh.
For
Ooh.
his next saving throw until the end of what? Your next turn? Wait, the end of
I'm gonna presume
If
Uh,
it's your next turn, then it's the
end of
whoever
my next turn. Yeah.
the caster's turn. Okay.
The end of tomorrow.
I don't think it's gonna matter by that point.
Either
One way or
him or
another,
us will
won't
be dead.
Alrighty. The mean. That's everything.
Yep.
Okay. The mean. Go ahead.
I will carry my axe of momentum into another strike onto the Minotaur.
Nope.
Nope. Unfortunate.
Those
Alright.
poor unfortunate souls.
Is that
Poor unfortunate soul in pain.
alright. I mean, is that everything or
I'm gonna healing word myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a safe option. That'll be. Or oh yeah. Nice. I healed back damage that I took.
nice? Alrighty.
Now that's my turn.
Back to full.
Fool.
Actually, got so.
Ooh.
Fool.
The cowards. You absolute buffoon.
The cowards, the fools.
This is what they get for hiding in metal boxes.
Right. So 3 went.
Barely
So it
seen
is
action
the
That's a dumb thing.
boss's turn. So the necromancer will attempt to disengage from you. Well, not make a disengage, but he'll take a step away from you to try and get out of your reach. And then he
Alright.
will target you with a spell. Let's see. Your AC 60. Yes. Wait, no.
Correct.
Okay, so I need to make a roll. It does not hit. Never mind. So
How far did he step back now?
he stepped back about 10 feet.
10 feet. Is he out of range now, or?
He'll be just out of range. You'll have to just he's like stepping a little bit further outside of your reach. You'll have to move.
Okay.
You'll either have to move to hit him or the Minotaur now.
I see.
Yep.
All right.
However, he curses once again angrily, and then he points to you and he says, "Get rid of this pest!" To which you notice behind you, the Minotaur stops its motions at Lamede and just like shifts its form over to you and makes a charge at you.
Oh, shit.
Lamede, make an attack of opportunity.
Hooray! Attack of opportunity.
19.
19. This will hit him.
7 damage.
So, well. All right, and then he charges you. Okay, that's how it goes. Hits you. Oh, he barely misses.
Ooh.
Yeah. Noticing that you kind of recognize the familiarity of the bestial rush toward as a skeleton charges towards you, horns facing towards you, in an attempt to gore you. You nimbly jump out of the way, just in time.
Yay!
These people are hard.
Yep.
We're hard and annoying.
Yep. Rather than crash into you, the beast smacks into a column, almost knocking it like completely off and just crushing an entire chunk of the rock from its base. It then turns towards you with an aggressive. Oh wait, no. Actually, it did hit.
Wait, no.
I forgot because I threw that buff. It actually does hit. My bad.
Hooray!
So, he does hit you.
Wait. Hooray! Wait.
I erred on that.
Yay.
Let me fix that by saying, actually, he does hit you. The buff gave him advantage. I didn't roll the other die.
Oops.
First one was a 3. This one was a 14. Before my
That's
raise.
definitely a hit.
That's definitely a hit. And he hands you a whopping 13 damage.
Ooh.
Look at all of your followers. Oh.
Yeah. So he strikes you. You do sort of try and dodge out of the way to kind of retro the action. You attempt to dodge out of the way. However, you do catch a clip of one of the horns and are pushed a bit. However, you remain steadily on your feet, noticing as it only takes the Minotaur crashing into the column to stop. Essentially, it pulls its face out of the crushed rock and turns towards you once more. The Necromancer issues no new actions, so he remains on the same super aggressive.
Alright.
He pretty much, like, the Necromancer just continues pointing and he's like, kill! Kill!
Just kill him.
Kill
And
them,
the
please.
Minotaur responds with an unholy growl from its spiritual vessel, almost. Yeah, so that's their turn. Back to the top.
Alright. Yasha will bounce away and hide. Or get away, at least. And I will use this turn to heal up.
Very
I'll
well.
take a potion of healing and drink that.
Disengage and heal.
Yeah, well, there's nothing to disengage from considering that he went past me.
Yeah.
And I'm nowhere near the mage, so he just
You just
he
kind of
scampers away.
take a moment and just drink an Estus flask. Alright, go ahead and heal.
But he ducks behind a pillar while doing so, like disappearing.
Okay. And that'll be your turn?
Yep, that's the healing. That's
Ordering.
my turn.
The healing. Oh, well. Do I want to hit? Let's see. Which one does my damage? That might come in handy. All right, I will Frost him then. That is an attack roll.
Who's him? Which one?
Hmm?
Who are you attacking?
Oh, the Minotaur.
Attack the Minotaur.
Yep, gonna attack the Minotaur.
And is it the same
Well,
Still within 60 feet from me, though.
same spell or?
Nope, Ray of Frost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, +6.
AC or save?
It's a spell attack, and it got a 20, so, well,
Oh.
not that, but, you know, yeah.
Okay, you hit him.
And I deal 7 cold damage,
Nice.
and his speed is reduced by 10.
Cause he chilly.
A freezy boy.
I might actually come in handy in this instance.
Yep, that's why I chose it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mortarman smart. Me dumb, but Mortarman smart. Player dumb. Character smart.
Head run by Bunger.
Okay, so you said 7 damage,
Okay.
yes?
Pull him out
Yep.
and eat it.
Okay. Very well. I mean,
Streamlabs. OBS popped up.
You're on your stream.
Sorry,
It's
I wasn't
OBS.
talking to you. No, someone else. I was sorry. I wasn't talking to you.
oh, I thought it was
Oh.
like my OBS popped
Sorry
up.
for the sorry for the confusion.
Because that would be an accurate statement. That could actually happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
I'm
because-
I'm running this on Streamlabs. I do have also
Okay.
OBS.
That's what
That's
I'm
why I was,
familiar
like,
with, so I was
confused.
like,
Like, eh?
No,
oh. OBS is assuming direct control.
You can't get rid of me that easily, and I'm like, I did.
I thought I did. You thought wrong.
no. Alex is doing VR things and OBS
Ah.
popped up on the computer.
Oh, neat.
Nice.
Alright,
VR is good stuff. I've been so addicted to VR chat. It's not even funny.
it's true.
I can concur with this.
But hard not to, since it's nice.
Yeah.
Gonna be one of those one of those VR addicts in a Shadowrun boss.
Yep. Except I don't know, because I haven't done that thing where you fall asleep in VR yet. I don't know if I could.
Yeah,
Some
that
people have, but
might be a little too intense.
but I can see how you can do that. Some of the worlds are really chill if you just like do your thing.
Yeah, like that one Napa world.
I just go there to hang out sometimes. But anyway, before we get too off topic.
Yeah, Lamine was doing something, right?
If it's my turn, I will be doing something. Yes.
Mordrin just
Mordred's
went.
turn.
Yep.
Mordred's turn has ended.
Mordred.
I will direct my attention towards the necromancer this time. I'm gonna go at him with a Hitakiri closer. Freaking fly at him with an axe.
All right.
Whoosh.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Okay, give me a second. $22.
22.
Chop.
Alrighty. So, hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
9.
9 damage. Nice. So, you, in your moment of realizing that the undead beast has left you be, you spot an opportunity to take a charge at the necromancer. You you sprint forth and lunge towards the necromancer and make a punching motion with your axe, striking down onto his shoulder.
Chop, chop.
Chop, chop.
Clip him. You clip him. His his flesh, his blood and flesh just kind of like it. Despite his ragged and ancient look, he very much has a very lively look, like not quite an undead sort of feel. So, and he definitely reacts human in an almost uncharacteristic way, where he yelps, but it sounds different from what he's been sounding like, as he's been sort of spouting off commands and even yelling at you guys.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
So I kind of have an idea what's going on. Reckoning time, bitch.
It's a wrecking ball.
Stay tuned for the reckoning.
I'm a reckoning ball.
Stay tuned for the reckoning.
And then you pick a wrecking ball.
So the necromancer will take his own boss action early, and
Oh.
he turns his attention away from the monk who has sprinted away and looked towards you. Well, just struck him, Lamine, and he mutters, "Curse this! This flesh is weak." And then he raises his staff arm up, and you see a bright glint of amethyst on his finger, and it resonates with magical energy briefly. And he says, and he shouts to you, You'll rue the day you've wronged the great lich Arcvirus.
Oh my god.
And you feel the room almost shudder with like necromantic energy, and it almost sounds like the entire place is echoing with like roars and screams. The dead bodies amidst the altar begin to rise.
Oh. Son of a bitch.
He then takes a swipe at you. And I think he misses?
My AC is 18 now.
Oh, yeah, he misses then. Yeah, he straight misses then. He takes a swipe at you with his unholy hand as dark energies just, like, seem
I'll
to
BRB.
channel through
Really
it.
fast.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
The Minotaur then turns its attention towards you, Mordrin, as
Oh, hooray.
as what do you call it? The necromancer points to you and he says, "Be rid of them. They seek to undermine my greatness." And you see the Minotaur sort of kick its cloven heel, hoof, there, hoof. Kick its cloven hoof, briefly before lunging towards you in another charge. Oh. Damn, you are so fucking lucky, holy shit! My highest roll was a 2! With advantage! Well...
You rolled a 1 and a 2?
Yeah, I rolled a 1 and a 2. So, despite the dark commands and of his master, the Minotaur falls shy of his mark as he rushes towards you. There's a fair bit of ground, and the frost that's caught onto his limbs has hampered his movement significantly, to where his charge falls short, and he lands before you, rather than into you, so to speak. So he does not bowl you over in a, giant Minotaur bull rush.
Ah!
But now you have a giant undead skeleton standing over you, and 3 zombies have arisen.
Excellent.
The zombies lurch slowly, but they make their way towards, in search of Yasha. It will take them the entire turn to get to him, though, so they will not attack. But, Yasha will have 3 zombies on top of him.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Wonderful.
It
Man,
is-
if only I could put them all to sleep.
If only the undead rest.
if only the dead, if only the dead could rest.
Yeah?
I know I haven't. Ugh.
So, that is the boss. That is the boss's turn, and he did his boss action early, so he doesn't get to do tell his minion to do stuff.
No minion stuffs.
No minion stuff.
No minion stuff.
What about filet minion? How about filet minion stuff?
Filet mignon.
Ah. Ooh, a hammer. But yeah.
You notice as by the way, as the even with the dead, you notice that while there's only 3 zombies walking about, that the room itself also begins to sort of resonate from the ring. The amethyst glow of the ring continues to like almost brighten in his finger. The entire room is like resonating, and you're noticing like skeletal arms sort of reaching out, albeit meekly. They're not able to push through the rocks quite like how the Minotaur was able to, but you can see them grasping and attempting to heed the command of their master.
Yeah. Well,
Top of the turn, Yasha.
What are the dimensions? What are the dimensions of this room?
It's a 50 by 50 room.
50 by 50.
Yeah, and there's
If I
Hmm?
if I skitter away from the skeletons, how far away can I really get from them?
you can make your
Like, okay.
maximum movements.
Like triangulating with the boss's location, of course.
So like you want to move away from the zombies and move towards the bosses?
Okay. Okay. I want to move away from the zombies as far as possible, but being within sight of the boss.
So you're going to be able to maintain you could spend an entire move action. You could spend your move, maintain distance from the zombies, because the zombies will not be able to keep up with you, as they are still very slow moving. However, I should also mention this. Given the situation of the room now, there are now grasping hands all over, coming out of the ground and ceiling and walls. Meaning that you will have to make me a check or move on rough terrain.
What's a rough terrain thing? You move half, right?
Yeah, you'll be moving half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think you're at the monk level where you just ignore rough terrain and stuff like that now.
Yep.
Not quite. I will try to move. I'll just move with rough terrain because that's not as bad. I still move 20 feet away
Okay.
because I have 40. My move speed is currently 40.
Okay. Yeah.
And,
you'll still be able to maintain fair distance. They will catch up to you, but they will not be able to strike you. If that makes sense.
and
Um,
and I'll move 20 feet, and I'll take a shot at the necromancer using a short bow.
All right. Go for it.
Bust out the short bow and go pew.
Pew!
17.
17 will strike.
It's a solid
Nice.
shot.
Nice hit. Alrighty.
So I scamper away and shoot arrow into necromancer.
Very well.
Well aimed shot.
Strike an arrow through his back, and he makes another just gasp of air.
Ugh.
He staggers, but he's still standing.
Persistent.
Ordering. There is a skeletal
Alright.
monster before you, quite literally breathing down your neck.
Yep, and
Maybe not.
I immediately react.
Can't breathe anymore.
Yeah, yeah, you know, I
Metaphorically
get,
breathing
I
down.
understand. And I'm going to attempt to make it not that by casting Thunder Wave.
Thunderwave. Excellent. So is it a
Constitution check.
con
14.
check? 14. Okay. It fails.
Alright, he takes full damage then. 14 thunder damage, and he's pushed back 10 feet.
Very well. You shove the Minotaur back with your magical spell as a loud resonating boom erupts between you and the Minotaur. It stumbles backwards, catching itself barely by planting its axe into the ground. It is stooped to one knee, almost as if it's like trying to keep itself together.
Hooray!
Excellent. Alrighty.
You can also probably try and move away from it now too, because you don't
Yep.
start walking away like nope, 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 nope.
You do have some distance, but you can get some more if you'd like, unless you want to stay there. Which is fine too.
Well, I can only move 15 feet, so just, you know.
Yeah, unless you want to make an acrobatics check. Yeah, if you want to.
I'm good.
Hmm.
I mean, I can try.
If
Let's
it,
see, how badly does Mortar want to get away?
Not enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, scampered 15 feet away.
So we're only able to get 15 feet. Very well, Lamine.
taking note of what's happening around in the room around me, I'm actually going to temporarily avert my attention away from the Necromancer and send another Sacred Flame to the Minotaur. So I need a deck save.
Dex save, got it.
DC 14.
Oh, we passed.
Okay.
I just realized most of my spells have some other like effect to them, which wasn't intended, but also sounds like something an enchantment mage would have.
I mean,
Like none of my spells, when they deal damage, they always have another effect. It's not just straight damage.
That's magic.
Yeah, a lot of stuff like that. Which is useful. Utility
Yeah.
is nice. That'll be my turn then. I will still be in the space of the necromancer.
all right.
Because this is a cantrip, so nothing happens on a success.
Okay. So that's them. Let's see. The boss will attempt to attack you. Take another swipe at you. AC 18, yeah?
Fate shield is still up.
Just barely hits you.
Damn it.
Just connects the hit. That profile. Have to jump between tabs. Okay, does that much.
Oh no, not the concentration check.
So he smacks you for 7.
Okay.
As he reaches with an outstretched arm, magical dark energies channeled forth from it, and he strikes at you, almost feeling like shadowy claws just rip into your very, very being.
Grit my teeth and growl back at him. Because my shield stays up with a 22 on my on my concentration check.
Nice. He strikes you with necrotic damage, by the way. Probably specify.
Okay. That will not. Okay. Doesn't matter in this instance. Makes sense though. I mean, considering necromancy things.
Yep.
But okay. He hits me, but my shield effect is still up, which is good.
Hooray!
The Minotaur collects itself and lurches its way towards you, Mordorin. And he swings.
Not so hooray.
Not so hooray.
Ah!
What's your AC? 16?
Yep.
He hits you.
Ah!
Bap!
Oh no.
As he doesn't quite charge you with the same ferocity as earlier, but he is able to. Where the fuck is that die? Oh, it's not this.
Good question. Just continues to scream.
He strikes you for 9 damage. As
Yay!
he lumbers towards you, now almost like more clumsily rather than like the smooth motions he was able to sort of do, and sort of everything sort of kind of like has a very how do I put it, loose sort of appearance to it. Even his swings are more pronounced and more like unsteady, essentially, but he's still able to catch you with the end of his axe and deal a bit of damage to you. The zombies will march towards you, Yasha, but unfortunately that is all they can do. This time, if you try and attempt to run away, they will try to swing.
All right.
Yeah. The boss will make his action. The necromancer once more calls forth for the Minotaur, and he says, "Finish them! Finish them now!" And once again, despite its very loose motions, you can see the eyes glow once more with a ferocious color as it fixes upon you and readies itself for another very aggressive attack. Back to the top.
All right. How surveying the field? I know the Minotaur is looking kind of worse for the wear. How's the Necromancer?
The necromancer looks ragged. Like he's also in fairly poor condition.
Think, big think. I'm just gonna I'm gonna start bapping the zombies.
Alrighty.
Bap, 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 bap.
Ah, 9 ain't gonna do squat.
Hold on now. Let me double check.
The zombies do have pretty shit AC.
Normal
Zombies are trash, so yeah, you actually hit with that 9.
Oh, barely. Alright. And I'm gonna be wielding the spear like a quarterstaff against him.
Okay. Smack him around.
It just changes it to bludgeoning instead of slashing.
Okay.
7 bludgeon.
7 bludgeon. Alrighty.
And I'm gonna offhand. I'm gonna try to do not a flurry of blows, just an offhand bap.
Okay. That's a hit.
10. And then okay. 2 bludgeon additional.
You kill the zombie.
And that's
Well.
that.
There are 2 more zombies on you. But yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay. It did a little more damage than that, but you said it died anyway, so
Yeah. It just yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
They are
He's
fresh dead. They don't get their full power. Going down the list, I believe that is now Mordrin.
Yeah. I'm assuming the undead minotaur doesn't have anything metal on him, right? I don't think he's wearing has any sort of like armor on him. He's just a
natural
skeleton.
armor. Natural armor. He is all bones.
But he is holding a metal weapon.
Yeah, but that won't count.
For the purposes of the attack, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it specifically says armor, so
Ah, I see.
yeah. Otherwise, let's see. Do I want to put my faith into an attack, or do I want to put my faith in a Constitution save?
They are undead. I think their constitution. I think dead things had good constitution on the fact that they're dead. Stump, tummy rumbles don't bother them that much.
You give it a stomach bug. Minotaur
Yeah.
proceeds to vomit.
Oh, you give it Chipotle. Now that even the undead can't resist that.
Even the
It goes
dead
to the bathroom.
suffer from Chipotle.
It runs to the bathroom. You don't see it for another 6 turns.
Alright, time to do desperation move then. I will attempt to shocking grasp the Minotaur.
The Minotaur. Okay, go ahead.
The Minotaur. Let's see.
That is a
23.
definite miss. Nah, I'm kidding. You hit.
Miss.
Legendary action.
For 2 lightning damage.
Two-
He can't
Mort?
take reactions.
Can't take
Morgan's-
reaction.
The important
Morgan
bit.
always lands his spells, but man, he really doesn't do a lot with them.
I mean,
This happened last time, like where he landed all of his spells, but then it's just like 1 damage.
wasn't that? Wait, I thought that was
The
mean.
Thunder Wave did a lot.
Yeah,
The
Thunderwave
Thunderwave
did a lot.
That landed solid, but when it comes to other things, it's like, oh.
That's all good.
Your
That one was more
your
about
spell
you.
strikes true. However, the monstrous creature still stands before you.
The important thing is the lack of reactions, so you can shamble away some more.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
You, like,
Do you wish
I
to
will-
get out of
I
the
will-
way? Because it is pissed.
I do try. Nope.
Okay, well, you can still make the 15 feet move.
Oh yeah, the 50 is gonna help me real good. I'm at this point. I'm just gonna literally make my way over to Lamine.
You're just gonna try and make your way over to Lamine then?
Yep, just move 15 feet towards Lamine, just
Alrighty.
because, like, Lamine, fucking help. trying.
I mean, the necromancer stands before you. You notice to your side that your high elf compatriot is in dire danger of this jolted yet still angered undead beast. Your fellow monk is fending off against the minions. What do you do? I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, just to let you know that that attack did more than half my health. So.
No pressure.
Yikes.
Sure, you're a wizard. I need another deck save from the Minotaur.
Minotaur deck save.
Mhm.
14, yes.
Yeah.
It's a fail. So you do it.
Nice. 8 radiant
8
damage.
damage.
Max damage.
So, glancing and noticing your companion in danger, you turn around and blast it with a ray of sunshine. No, with a ray of pure energy and divine power. The beam strikes.
Here comes the sun.
The beam strikes true and pierces straight through the Minotaur, blasting it apart. And it is nothing but nothing but skeletal remains are scattered about the room. Its
Take that, monster.
its axe falls heavily to the floor and rumbles.
Die,
necromancer-
monster. You don't belong in this world.
It's yeah. The remains of whatever didn't get struck and obliterated by your spell falls over limp and lifeless. Words. The necromancer calls out and curses, "No, my minion!"
I've got you, Mordorin. Minions dust.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you'd like to do,
So
or is
shall
that
you.
your turn?
That's my turn. I can't do anything with my bonus action anymore.
Alrighty. It is now. It is now
It was
boss's turn.
Evan is no
Yeah.
longer accosted by giant minotaur.
Yep.
Now we can help him.
Yeah.
Yep, otherwise, I just turn my attention back to the necromancer.
Very well. The necromancer.
Aggression and vigor renewed at
The-
with the fall of his big minion.
In desperation, the necromancer points a finger at you and attempts to cast a spell. AC 18, yeah?
Yep.
Ooh, it misses. You duck out of the way as another as another bolt of green, sickly energy flies from the necromancer's hand. And
Your foul magics cannot pierce my righteous shield, fiend.
he curses and beckons forth, attempts to beckon forth another host of zombies. From the altar, three more are able to crawl out from amidst the ground. The two that are on Yasha will attempt to make their attacks. Your AC 16, yes?
Yes.
Okay. They both land their hits.
Oh no.
They both rolled actually high. That's impressive. All things considered.
Zombies are like, stop running, you fuck.
And their collective attacks only deal 6 damage. 6 bludgeoning.
Oof. Still hurts.
It's from both of them. They both did literally 3. I was like, okay.
Okay.
That would have almost killed me.
Yep.
Wizard.
It
just
is-
wizard thing.
It is now the top of the turn. There are no more boss mechanics as the well, I mean the boss mechanic was the or boss turn was the ring as he attempts to
Minotaur.
conjure up. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, Yasha.
Huh. Is there a way to like attract the attention of the other zombies? To like get them to come at me?
They haven't reacted yet, so
But is it like possible to like, get their attention like and draw them off of Laments and Mordrin?
yeah, presumably the zombies will go after whomever the necromancer orders, otherwise they'll go after the nearest guy.
I see. I'd like to try to. I would like to try and incense the necromancer to try and see if I can make them come at me. Then
There's
See
always
if-
drawing aggro.
that's what I'm attempting.
Cast provoke. I'm kidding.
Are you ultimatum?
Oh shit. That's an old power.
Not that old, but yeah. How would that work? Like, as a player, I'm asking, how would I? Do I intimidate them? Attempt an intimidation? Or?
You could attempt to goad them with an intimidation. Likely you could also make an. Oh wait, no, that's a feat, an intimidating strike.
Yeah.
I would say for this, you may attempt an intimidation check to catch catch the necromancer's attention, or the zombies. Furthermore, you could also put yourself in the way of the zombies. Just move towards them, and they will move to the closest guy.
Yeah, but they're gonna try, the ones next to me will try to bat me. So.
Yeah. So I would say if you want to try and call out to the necromancer and use an intimidation, then he will order directly for his servants to attack you rather than go after your friends.
I'll attempt intimidation.
Alrighty. Go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Let's see. That is not intimidating.
Fortunately,
You don't even say anything.
Yep,
You're,
won't even say anything.
you're just like
busy.
gotta talk shit, and then you just shout out, "You're bad!" as you attempt to duck from the zombies' attacks.
He is more confused than anything.
The necromancer almost doesn't even acknowledge you.
You're bad.
You're
You're bad. Ignored.
Okay. How far away are the other zombies?
The other zombies? Since they're around the altar, I would say they're about 20-ish feet. Yeah, I'd say about 35 feet since you've been moving around.
You know, I'll try to move over to them. I'll
Okay.
take the attacks of opportunity, I guess.
Okay. Did you want to maneuver through the rough ground or skill check through it?
You said I just had to get close to them, right?
Yeah.
Is 20 feet enough or nah?
Oh yeah, of course. You move a lot faster than most people. So yeah, you'll be able to get close enough because you'll be 15 feet, and that'll probably be the closest.
Yeah, I'll do that.
One does catch you, by the way,
Okay.
and he'll do 6 damage to you. Damn.
Oof. All right.
Oh.
Catches you in the back of the head and smacks you.
All right. And I'll get to my position. My action will be dodge,
Very well.
and my bonus action will be sucker punching a zombie, I guess.
Alright. You whack a
9.
zombie. And is this one of the ones that are already chasing you, or what are the fresh ones?
Probably one of the ones that was chasing me. Just punch it on the way out.
Okay.
And it's what is it? Where is my thing? All right. No, that's not how it works.
4 plus 3 is indeed 7.
It's 6. He takes 6 bludgeon.
Okay. 6 bludgeon. You get caught on the swing of one of the zombies. However, you quickly retaliate and strike its hand away, almost snapping its arm in twain, which doesn't really, discourage the dead. But it does kind of leave a very telling mark for them.
And action is dodging.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Mordrin.
How close is Lamine and the necromancer from me? After moving like 50 feet towards Lamine.
15 feet. Let's see. I'd say 30 feet.
30 feet?
Yeah. Because he's been scooting away from you guys. The necromancer's been scooting away from you guys.
Scoot. Let's see.
What about Scoot?
Would Lamine be closer to me, or would the necromancer be closer to me?
They're right next to each other, so they're equidistant. They're the same distance. But you could stand next to, if you were able to make the distance because of the rough ground, you could stand next to Lamine without getting near the necromancer.
No, I'm trying to do the exact opposite, actually. But I think, well, this is just 30 feet and, you know, yeah. Let's see, what do I want to do? Yeah, I'll do Rare Frost. Let's do that.
Frost. Alrighty. Is it a skill check or you rolled a hit?
I rolled a hit. Oh,
Ooh.
Jesus. Why are my attack rolls so good?
Nice. All right. Well, you hit him.
Definite hit.
A good hit.
Yeah, 3
Some
cold
damage
damage
is better.
and his speed has been reduced by 10.
Nice. Okay. The damage leaves a telling blow. However, it's not enough to slow down the necromancer. That leaves Lamine. It is up to you now.
Axe to face.
All right, go for it.
18.
That will hit.
8 damage.
Ooh. All right. You strike once more into the necromancer. He is barely standing and breathing. However, he is still standing.
Damn it.
The breathing part concerns me more.
Well,
You know, yeah.
Back to him.
body's not a corpse yet.
Ooh. Okay, he meekly reaches out with a hand in an attempt to swing you, but he misses critically! I'll give you this one opportunity for an opportunity attack. One chance for an opportunity attack. Go for it.
7.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
The DM
Ow.
offers an olive branch and... Lemon
Yeah,
says,
blow it.
No!
The D20 said no.
The D20 said,
Uh,
no, I'm doing this the fair way.
The undead minions, as
Who's
per
the
Yasha's plan, are drawn by him, and they all begin to shamble towards him. They will still need that turn to move, so they will not attack. But now you have, let's see, you didn't
He's
kill
being
that one.
swarmed.
So now you've got 5 zombies just, coming up on you, Yasha.
Yep.
And the necromancer is breathing hard and heavy and continues to curse at you in his ancient language, but makes no boss action. So top of the round, Yasha, go.
Action dodge, bonus action punch.
All right.
Lunch.
Punching at the wounded one from earlier.
Nice. That is a hit.
It takes
You
7
kill
bludgeon.
it. You kill it.
It's dead.
It's
There's another
dead.
zombie down. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Ordering.
Breathing heavy.
Alright, well, considering Lamine seems to have hopefully got the situation under control for Necromancer, it's time to help Yasha. And I shoot! And let's see if I score.
No, I tell Lamine to focus on the necromancer.
Oh, did you wanna do that to the necromancer?
Wait, did you tell Lamine or Mortarin to focus on the Necromancer?
I told Lamine to focus on necromancer. Like he's doing it on purpose.
Alright, and Mortarin then's gonna shoot at a zombie because you didn't tell him to do it.
Or
And,
Mordrin.
Yeah,
Wait.
I think Yasha meant he was directing you to fire at the necromancer.
Oh, okay. Well, if Yasha says to do it, then, well,
Yeah, I'll allow it.
He doesn't say very many things to Mordrin, but this time he's like, "Don't worry about me. Just
Yeah.
kill Mage."
Eat the
then
mage.
he's going to direct that crit at the mage.
Yep. You strike at a critical blow, and what was the spell?
It's gonna be the, again.
Ray of Frost.
Yeah.
Very well.
Oh.
At the command and request of your monk companion, in moments before you fire off a bolt of icy energy towards a zombie, you redirect the attack to the necromancer, finding an opening just at the right time. The opportune strike hits clean as an ice shard juts from his back and into his upper torso in an upward fashion. The spike impaling him rather thoroughly, and essentially pushing the life out of him. Blood bursts from his mouth, and he coughs out he coughs out the last of his breath, issuing just the last few curses. He says, "No! No! My return! I was to be the greatest savior of this realm! No!" And he crumples to the floor. His body partly withers to its side. Part of his body withers to his side. And you notice the ring almost slip off from his fingers and rolls onto the ground. The undead minions that swarmed Yasha also fall, turning almost instantly to dust, save for the fresh ones, of course. The amethyst ring glows brightly on the ground before you, resonating a magical energy. The fight is over. However, you still feel a very dark presence, emanating itself from the ring. It issues a very, it feels like it's a very heavy influence on you guys, and you can almost feel the room shaking around. Despite this, there's nothing actually happening. Even the dead hands that were reaching out to grasp at you seem to have dissipated as well. And yet this intrusive presence almost pushes at your minds. What do you do?
Collapse.
Collapse. Oh!
No, I only had 3 HP.
You're still standing. This doesn't kill you.
Yeah, but he's tired. He collapses. Just ugh.
The room is a little too intense for you to fall over. It almost feels like you're in a very crowded. It almost feels like you're in a crowded concert. It almost feels like the feeling of music just blasting against you, but there's no sound. It's just a presence just blasting against you.
Yeah.
Poor Yasha's probably just gonna try to find his way out. He'll let his
while this is happening, Mortar knows what he has to do, even though he doesn't want to do it. He has to do it.
What are you doing?
Going up to the ring.
You take the ring.
Not with my hand. I get out a little pouch, and I just kind of grab the ring from the pouch.
Make me a will save. As you move towards the ring in an attempt to seize it, its force almost is aware of what you're doing and is attempting to just push you away, with this mental energy.
I lost the roll channel. Okay, I almost rolled. Wait, did I? Oh no. 10.
10. It is just enough. Your mental fortitude is able to hold as you collect the ring and you put it in the pouch. Its overwhelming presence almost feels muted as you stow it away. So the fight is now over. The ring's influence affects you no more.
No. Is the room still a rock concert?
Nope. You now feel it. Now there is just a very calm quiet, and it's it's dead essentially in here, resting dead. Whatever.
He then collapses. Just
whatever powerful energies that were emanating from around this place is now gone, and it is now just an empty feeling. There's nothing. The entire Undercroft has just simply gone back to rest.
Yep. The monk collapses. He's done. He just goes limp.
Martyr is just we can't stay here, Yasha. We have to go.
Just hear it tired.
I'll have to ask Shen if he's gonna do this when Shen comes back, but he'll definitely tell Shen basically, or Lamine to be like, drag Yasha out of here. We're leaving now.
We gotta go.
We gotta go. And hopefully, I'm assuming that Lamine will just grab Yasha, drags him out.
Until then, though, he's just gonna be limp on the floor. Just lit.
Lit.
The monk is uncooperative. Like, it reminds you of when you gave him a bath. But yeah.
The monk is unresponsive. Mordrin collects the ring, and whenever...
Oh, he's responsive, just uncooperative is better.
Well, he does not, he does not cooperate with you, and rather he simply slumps to the ground and relaxes.
Yeah. If just in case Lamine doesn't grab him or drag him away.
If you bother him enough, he will actually just get up and go, though.
Yeah.
If you keep
Mordrin doesn't have the strength to lift Yasha up, but he will literally drag him ragdoll style on the ground.
After a few seconds, he'll be like, "Okay, fine," and then he'll just do it himself.
He just drags himself off the floor.
Pretty much. Because he noticed Mordrin is just not struggling per se, but he's like, eh. Like he wants to, and he'll be like, "Okay, fine."
Yeah, it's like, we're leaving now.
I collapse outside.
Yep.
And so we leave.
Hopefully.
No doubt, the collectiveness of your party, collecting yourselves and dragging yourselves out of the dungeon. You reach through and you see that whatever dead bodies that may have been animated are no more. Whatever remains that were influenced have left many of the bodies in shambles and decaying into dust.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
I return.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Your monk is uncooperative and on the floor. I wouldn't say unresponsive because he will say, he will talk back, but he's just on the ground tired.
Your wizard scored a critical hit and killed the necromancer.
Oh.
At Yasha's behest, no less. It's like one of those movie moments.
I see.
Yeah. And so, with 3 hit points left, Yasha sort of collapses and just I need a break.
I sleep.
And I said no.
I will just sort of bring you up to speed before as the body sort of slumped over, the parts of the body sort of decayed away, specifically on the side where the ring was on the hand. The ring slipped off the fingers. It attempted to impede you guys as you tried to collect it, but Mordrin was able to power through the mental blockade as it was just kind of blasting you with mental energy to just be stay away, go away. Mordrin powered through it and grabbed the ring and stowed it in a pouch, muting its suppressive power. So you now have the ring.
Hooray!
And then you gather your companions and your things and make your way out.
Yep. Catch my breath.
You catch, yeah.
Catch my breath for a moment. I will also actually lay on hands Yasha for 5 hit points. Well,
he thanks you, but he still doesn't get up.
Yeah, that's fine. I just give you a pat on the head. Give you a pat on the head and you get 5 more hit points.
He lays there until Mordrin pesters him enough, and then he finally gets up and goes. Literally trying to get a small child to start moving. He's just no, okay.
Yeah.
Nudges.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah?
Yeah, we head on out, I hope.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see that everything is within the ruins is now peaceful. whatever unnatural sensations you might have felt from either the magic or the sense of death seems to have dissipated. Even the Undercroft itself, after the necromancer had died, simply turned back to a peaceful nothingness. A resting dead, so to speak.
What about the Grateful Dead? It's a good stand.
Good song.
Good song too.
Anyway,
yeah.
So your party collects what you've come for, loot and treasure in hand, and the artifact that you've been searching for, the amethyst ring of this, great and terrible lich that once walked this realm, is now in your possession.
Let's make it not in our possession and in the mage's possession.
Agreed. It's a good idea.
Yep.
It's a
This
pretty
ring is-
pretty sound idea.
Looks at Mordrin almost like I want to look at the ring.
No.
But not malevolent.
Absolutely not.
He looks sad. He looks sad, but he's like, okay.
Precious.
Precious.
It's not the Ring of Power. Wrong movie. This isn't this movie.
Yeah, this is the Ring of Dower. Get it right. It makes
Just makes you depressed.
it's like, oh, why do I have this thing?
Oh,
It won't have any effect on me. I'm already
sadness.
depressed.
Sadness.
Tears well up. as you laugh, tears well up. Just
In any case,
Laugh hiding real pain.
the three of you make it out, making your way through the shortcut, actually, from the mess hall as you collect some of the
Yeah, the thing
debris
that
and
busts a hole in the wall.
yeah. It's
Or the door.
you find the barricade is a bit easier to move out of the way, with some of it already having been disturbed and moved. And you make yourselves back towards the surface. At the top, you find, once again, the green enchanted forest.
Is that
You
a
found
unconscious dude still here?
No, he is not. Find, instead, collection-
Okay.
Instead, you find in the nearby trees the collection of bandits that you had come across that had escaped, or not been slain by your hands, all hanging from a tree.
And we. Oh.
They are dead.
Done such a thing.
And you also find the undead body, or the undead one, at the base of the tree, pinned to it with what look like arrows all around it, and various bits of wood almost like nailed to it, essentially. It is then where you hear a voice. Ah, hello there. And you are greeted by a man in I wouldn't say regal, but in a man in an almost ranger-like armor. He is clad in various chains and various a chainmail, almost scale mail. It is scale mail. This picture, yeah. He greets you with a, welcoming smile, with a bow strung over his back and a rather interesting looking sword at his side. He he has a rather long dark hair, and he greets you with a warm smile from a fairly weathered yet young face. And he has one hand resting on the hilt of his blade, but when he notices you guys, he gives you a welcoming smile, and he puts his hand away from the blade. And he nods. I wasn't expecting anything but bandits out here.
Just
Can
go
I
like,
see-
we were expecting only bandits.
Can I use since it's a stranger, can Yasha use his insight check to is he good, bad? What are his intent?
You
Just
get advantage from. You can get advantage from this check.
Okay. Because he's just like a stranger.
I like stranger.
It's a dirty 20.
Nice. I will fill you in on everything. First of all, you have gained
look
advantage because you actually recognize this man from the Archmage's Tower. This was when you had done your little rounds around at the tower at the first session. You had noticed amongst the group of knights that were patrolling the place, this gentleman, you kind of vaguely recall this gentleman's face. He was not at the front of the group, but he was one of the knights in the little, like, collection of guys that were walking around. You had almost not really noted his presence as he was a lot less apparent and a lot less nicely dressed, and as you look at him now, it's like, this guy seems more at home here than he was amongst the group.
Well, he is
Yeah.
a ranger. That does make sense.
Yeah.
I see.
So-
With his greeting, I will rest the head of my axe on the ground and bow back to him. Greetings to yourself. I have to say, neither were we expecting something other than unfriendly faces in these woods.
Well, it is nice to see that there's at least some sort of change. I wasn't expecting anyone else but bandits here. But where are my manners? And he returns your bow in a very formal manner. Sir Mercedier, I am at your service. What brings you to these ruins?
Lemine von Mie. We are in service to the Mage's Tower, actually.
You respond. Does anyone else want to do anything, by the way? Or?
Besides starting to get out a new piece of paper and start writing in it, Mordrin just says his name. doesn't even look up at him. Just starts writing.
Starts writing notes.
Yasha just looks at him, suspicious but curious.
He kind of notices you guys and he's just like, kind of looks at you with a very strange look. And he's like,
it's not hard to assume that behavior from Yasha since he looks like a wild child, so.
Yeah, and Mordrin looks like a pretentious high elf because he is a pretentious high elf.
They look exactly as they are.
He kind of looks at the
Not
two of
hiding
you.
anything.
He's like, okay. Gets his attention back to Lamine. It's just like,
They're not exactly people. People persons.
they're not social folks. It's just like, understandable. And he returns the welcome and he says, the Mage's Tower. You must be new then. I'm still getting acquainted myself. However, my betters have been well about ensuring that I know everyone at the tower. But it is a pleasure to meet you here, Lady Lamine, and your company, Mordrin and Sir. No,
Yes,
there's no.
His name is Yasha.
Quietly, Yasha.
Probably won't say it. Okay, he does say it.
Yes. Very well then. You've business from the Mage's Tower then. Interesting. We had not heard of anything. I am one of the knights from the tower, set on behalf of the Leon Guard. And you can actually see it fairly clearly on the regal markings. This man is in fact a knight. He does not carry a shield, however, on one of his shoulders, just in front of his chest, there's like a little small shield crest, and you can see a branch, and then you can see the mark of the lion on the other side. So a tree branch on one half of the crest, and then a lion's head on the other, like a sideways lion's head.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
He
Taking another glance at the corpses.
So he does turn around, and as he recognizes that
I assume that's your doing.
he nods and he says, "Aye, these are wanted men. They had attacked some of our caravans, and I was tasked with seeking out their remnants for justice. Of course, of all the things they have plundered, no punishment can go no crime can go unpunished. And for them, the punishment was death."
I suppose it is a misery. Or it is a mercy.
So as this conversation's kind of going on, Mordor just kind of like walks up to Lamine and goes, how many were dead again? The bandits. Besides, as he like gestures to them.
What? There was like 7 inside that room, and there was a handful inside the room with the freaking owl bear. So there was like another dozen, I guess.
Yep.
That we didn't kill.
When you see like a number, he just starts like going 8, 9, like counting, just like seems like we have them all, and he just kind of like continues to write.
So you mentioned this also to the knight.
Oh yeah, this is out loud.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not exactly like hidden.
Alrighty. So he, of course, like
Very much
nods.
think that there's like another dozen corpses in there.
He nods in affirmation. He's like, it seems that you found a lot of them then. I hope that I figured you were more than capable of dispatching the rest then. Good.
Internally. Well, we didn't really do the dispatching of them.
He turns his attention back over to the corpse that is nailed to the tree, and he does inspect it for a moment, and he says, I do wonder what these bandits were cooking up with these trinkets, though. Never quite seen anything so strange as this. As he kind of like inspects the undead body. He then turns back to you and he asks if was there anything you might have discovered? Perhaps they had any motives behind their pillaging outside of their simple needs and desires of making other lives miserable.
Individually, I cannot say. But it seemed that their leader was a necromancer, which you found out firsthand.
Yasha will tug at you as you like right before
I'm
you
not saying anything else. Don't worry.
Looking up like, are you sure?
I'm not. I whisper, I'm not gonna mention the ring.
Necromancer. So you mentioned the necromancer thing?
Yep.
Alright, well.
That's all I mentioned though. There's other evil things going on in there.
Necromancer, you say? Oh, this is most disturbing. Alright, well.
He just, as when you mentioned the necromancer, Mordor just kind of like mutters like a poor one at best.
I mean, he's a dead one now too.
I can only wonder where this bandit had procured such means to cause necromancy or cast and practice necromancy. Very well. I'll have to report this to my superiors. Hopefully they can make sense of it better than I can. And he then looks over at the dead bodies. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just kind of mutter like, "Well, they're mages. If anyone would, they would. It'd be them."
The superiors he's talking about are not the mages, by the way.
Oh.
These are the other knights.
Oh, okay. I think it's supposed to make sense.
Nevertheless, it has been perhaps not intentionally or knowingly, it has been an honor to at least work with you in a matter of speaking. He then sort of gives you another, a bow, and then he asks, he's like, do you intend to return to the tower then? I presume whatever business you have here is done?
That is correct.
Ah, then, if I may, allow me to escort us back. I know these woods very well, and I can lead us back to civilization within the hour, I assure you.
Your assistance would be most helpful.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. And if there's nothing to keep us waiting, let us be about it.
Yep.
And
please,
yep.
Let's go. Let's get back to the city.
So you guys take
I need my bed.
So you guys take Mercedeer's offer on the returning?
Yeah.
I have no objection to this.
Maybe not Yasha. Yasha might need his floor, but same difference.
He does. He sleeps under the bed.
He needs his bed. It's not in the same way we need our beds.
At the very least, it's at least a nest down there. He took all the blankets down there too.
whatever floats your boat.
It's safe.
So, Mercenaire will take you within the hour to return as he shows his capabilities as a knight and a ranger, and it only takes him, as he promised, an hour. However, in that time, he does ask a few probing questions, and you are allowed to ask a couple of questions if you wish, for this moment. So, he will, I guess we'll start with the simple things of, he brings up and asks, with this task I was given, none of the members of the Mage's Tower had actually made mention of your expedition. Tell me, what business did you have here? So, he gonna ask.
Yeah. Looks at Mordrin, looks at Laments.
You lose the mean?
Ah!
No, I was muted.
Yay!
Oh, there you are.
I wasn't talking.
Yay!
I was thinking.
Yay!
Oh, no worries.
Yeah.
If y'all need a minute, I'm just gonna change up the music.
Okay. Pretty much if anything like Mortarin asked, it would be like mostly about he's at this point it's pretty obvious, especially when he like showed like Lamine. He even shows the ranger like what he's working on. It's basically a report
All Yasha
about the
has to say,
bandits.
all Yasha has to say was like something along the lines of they are disgrace to nature.
Yeah. Basically, every single question Mortarin asks the ranger would be in some like, just to make his obviously like his report is like as detailed as it can possibly be. So he's just like how just making sure like okay, it was this many bandits he dispatched and that one undead one, right?
Wait, is that what you're gonna tell him, or?
Yeah, well, pretty much all the questions will just be asking, like, just basically making the report as detailed and perfect as possible.
Oh, you're gonna be
Yeah,
asking
but-
him.
Yeah, but he's asking
Yeah,
us.
basically,
questions.
like,
Yeah.
mostly it's clarification, just like, okay, these, like, 5 people or whatever died.
Okay. Well,
And the one undead, and they died by your hands, correct?
before that, he does ask you first on the what are you guys doing out here? But yeah.
Mortar just like literally just with the report that he's writing in hand, just kind of stares at the ranger like, "Come on, don't make me insult your intelligence. It's obvious what we're doing here." Kind of, he doesn't say it, but it's just like, I'm literally writing a report about us dealing with bandits. Like, what more do you want from us? But he doesn't say anything. He just kind of like holds the report, just stares.
The stance was, or rather, we were told to keep our relationship with the acting Archmage hush hush, right?
Yeah.
I assume that was the case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you guys are up to, it does not go back to the Archmage himself.
Okay.
Or to Caiaphas himself.
And obviously, nothing about the artifacts.
God forbid you tell them you're there for the ring.
No, I'm not.
It's just like, oh, we're here for this ring.
Like
it's really cool. You want to wear it?
Yeah, try it on.
Yeah.
This is the last guy you want wearing that thing.
But yeah.
He isn't exactly someone that wants to mislead people, but she's not dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
but
I'll tell you
Mortar,
the truth about there being necromancy. I'm not going to tell you why there's necromancy.
yeah. But yeah, just letting you know, like literally, Mortarin would have the report and just stare at him like.
So you're gonna try and tell them that you're out here for the bandits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And like, I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. She'd probably
Bandits.
know better than me how to phrase it, but that's a word I'm looking for.
Yasha be like the bandits for disrespecting
Like-
nature.
Just that we're not like part of the Mage's Tower, but we're hired by the Mage's Tower, essentially.
Okay. So you're
We're
just
doing
like
adventure things.
you're doing adventurer things.
Basic. We're just
Yeah.
hired. They sent on a missive and.
So
or
if you want to
something
be, you can either attempt to be more deceptive and to say like something of, we're not with the Mage's Tower, but if you want to be more omissive, I would argue you could make a persuasion to sort of come off as just like, hey, we're not doing anything big out here, so that nobody really need to make mention about us.
I'm not
So-
exactly
Yeah.
a liar, but I don't
Yeah.
really.
Not exactly tell them the truth.
Yeah.
Go
If you
ahead and
wanna
make
use-
make a persuasion with advantage. Whoever's gonna say this.
that would be Lamise.
Probably.
Fuck, am I gonna persuade anybody?
All right.
Okay, so 20. 20 for
Dirty 20.
persuasion.
So you kind of make mention that sort of in passing that you were sort of here on an expedition of sorts, and you probably didn't hear about this because it was kind of like not really anything noteworthy for you or for him, and he kind of takes it at face value and it's like, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Dude, we were
Wow.
expecting just bandits too. We were not expecting to get dark
Yeah.
magic thrown at us.
Yeah.
So
Which is true. We
It is true.
magic to be
Absolutely true.
We were expecting just bandits, not corpses.
all right. Do you wish to ask him a question? This will cost you one extra question.
This will come at a question point.
You can continue asking him questions, but there will be a point where he'll stop. But of course, he'll also ask back.
Mine, they're just useless ass questions, which is mostly clarification questions for his report that he definitely writing.
Are there often bandits out here?
Is that gonna be the question you're gonna ask him?
If nobody stops Yasha, yeah.
And you don't have to. Just remember, you don't have to ask a question because if you do, he will ask another one back. It's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Okay. Lamine,
But I
did
guess
you
also,
happen to
also
have
kind
any?
of like
What's up, Yasha?
out of personal curiosity, he'll probably just start like making small talk about the plants and stuff.
Okay.
Seeing as he's a ranger, he might like nature, so he looks like he might like nature. So
Yeah.
maybe start
You-
a conversation.
You
about
ask him.
nature things.
You ask him how he likes
Yasha's
nature,
like,
and he's
"I
like,
really
"Dude,
like
I
it. Okay."
fucking love nature." He literally stops what he's doing, runs up and hugs a tree.
Yasha's like, nice.
Murder just sees this and just like, you don't mind if I redact that, right, from the report? Okay.
No, he'll just he basically just makes small talk about
Okay. I won't.
the local ecology and maybe ask a question in reference to that, like, are there a lot of bandits about this?
Okay. I won't count that as a question that he'll have to ask back in response for. But that I can give you. Which he
Yeah,
does.
that-
He does tell you that bandits are fairly frequent and common, especially around this area. Regularly, the Order of the Bastion regularly has to deal with it, and while they're not very well versed in handling some of the more rugged terrain of the forests that they have, he's part of a group that's more better suited for this.
I see.
But he doesn't give you any more than that.
Not really asking much more for that, and then he talks. He discusses nature.
He talks back about nature. You realize that Mercedes is actually pretty in touch with his nature side.
That pleases Yasha, so that's good for him.
Yeah.
Lamine, did you have
I'm
any?
content with- Nope.
No
I'm
questions?
content with them talking about nature.
Yeah, well, nothing to ask on the Bastion or perhaps any of his associates. And if that is the case,
Probably not.
alrighty.
Yasha doesn't think that too far ahead.
Quick. Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that's like. I would she consider that important? Like,
Hmm.
I would say no. That she
Okay.
doesn't have any questions for him. Not for like the kind of back and forth thing that it's going to.
I will allow you one insight check, just with the conversation that you guys are having, nature and stuff.
Sure. Yasha no talk good, but he can sense good. Oh, nat 20.
At 20.
Nice.
All right. Well, in your hour of exchanging and chatting about nature and nightly duties, you do come to sort of the conclusion that despite Caiaphas's informing of how the order of the Bastion orders are typically, fight seeking bastards, that Mercenaire doesn't quite match the same description as Caiaphas has sort of painted on the knights. He does make mentions of some bits and pieces of how he's not really from he's not naturally from here. He was actually brought here, but he was posted from up north, way up north. And that they brought him down here because of the Enchanted Forest, and they were having difficulties with tracking bandits. And you kind of come to the conclusion that Mercenaire is actually one of not the best, but like he's one of their betters. He's a pretty good ranger and tracker. He does drop a mention that he's kind of gotten some recognition for his talents and skills, and on occasion he's actually reported directly to a higher up. While he doesn't make any direct mention, he does sort of say that it's one of the higher ups within one of the orders, the Leon Guard, which he presumes answers to the Kingsman.
Kingsman.
Yep.
Like the movie.
Not quite the movie.
But yeah, okay. If I were to like draw upon his sense of character, is he trustworthy? Is he a good man to say, while being Mimi?
Yeah,
Like,
he's a good man. For the most part, you feel like Mercedier's a pretty stand-up guy. Like, this guy probably wouldn't end up stabbing you in the back. As far as a knight goes, this guy's pretty textbook knight. Very chivalrous. Very, very, very kind and gentle, so to speak.
I see. Okay, that's what I kind of wanted to figure out. And because of that, Yasha, as time goes by, Yasha will just visibly get more of a. He'll seem more relaxed around him.
Yay!
That's good.
Kind of, since he's still somewhat of a wild animal, he's just okay, relaxes a little.
Spooks Yasha, no, I'm just kidding.
Yep.
Screeches.
So, the hour passes, and just as Sir Mercedier promises, you are back at the gates of the tower. He gives you a send-off, and he says that he intends to report to his superior before returning back to the tower, and that he wishes he wishes you well on your future journeys. And should you cross paths with him again, that he's just like, if you guys ever need my help, call upon me. I'm a ranger.
Don't be a stranger.
Yep.
Okay. And then Yasha, of course, is just telling the party, you can trust this one. Or rather, in his own way, he's just like, I like this guy, which is, a lot coming from him.
Yep. And that is the last you see of the good sir.
Ever again.
Yep.
ever again.
You use the ring promptly erupts from your pouch. The Lich himself spawns. He skeletonizes the knight and turns him into the Minotaur. He says,
And then
"Round
goes
2,
back to
bitch."
Round 2.
No, he doesn't do that. Just fuck you. Goes back in the ring.
Yep.
Looks sad.
The ring just casts a fucking maximized fireball at him.
Just him.
There's nothing left.
Just him.
There's nothing left of the knight but a pair of burnt boots, smoking from where the socks go.
This is what I get for making friends.
Your mistake. But anyways, yeah. I'm assuming that at this point you guys make it back to the tower and meet with Caiaphas.
Yeah. Though,
Well-
what time of day do we get there by?
It is late afternoon actually.
Late afternoon. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
However, despite the time, while most of the tower gets to its less busy, or starts looking a lot less busy that you kind of got used to beforehand, Yasha and Mordorin. You know, there's still people running about, and Caiaphas does anticipate you, and is you know, the people at the desk do kind of like are aware that you're back and promptly tell you to go meet with them at the garden once more.
Head on over.
Yep.
I don't know.
Caiaphas is of course waiting there this time. He doesn't leave you hanging for minutes. He's been waiting, in fact, and he greets you once more in the same cheery manner as he sees you guys back. He's like, "Excellent."
Yep.
Bit more
Assuming
ragged than we
everything-
left.
Yeah. He's just like, "I'm assuming everything went well then."
Mordorin immediately hands him the very detailed report about the bandits being killed, as well as a second piece of paper.
He sort of looks at it and he kind of sighs and he's just like, "Look, I know I'm kind of like taking the role of a very stuffy bureaucrat, but this is really not my thing. Can you just give me this thing, you know? Can you just give me this thing
Mordorin,
verbatim?"
As he's handing it to him, he shifts his finger to the knight's name that showed up.
He says,
So and so showed up.
"It's a mercenary."
There's an agent of Bastion there
Ah, an agent of Bastion.
when we exited.
Huh. He kind of takes a moment. Now he's reading through your report more carefully than dismissively.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
It
very
also
interesting.
mentions that basically it also mentions that he knows that the head bandit was a necromancer.
A necromancer, you say?
Oh, worse. A necromancer.
My God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't a lot of bandits there when we got there.
Interesting.
They were-
I'm guessing you
Well,
fill
they
him
were-
in on
they were there.
you fill him in on the details and everything.
Yep. We'll
Very well.
debrief him.
Yeah.
And-
The real debrief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Getting there, the dude outside,
the
person
mage
inside, the first
ma-
guy inside,
the mage almost hangs on to almost every word that you kind of mention. He's just like,
the owl bear,
yeah.
all the
This is
weird
terrifying.
doors.
The bandits were crunched.
He asks about the
Yeah.
ring, and he looks and he
When
asks you like, did you got the ring and everything? Yes. Do you have? Can I see it?
Mordorin immediately, as he mentions the ring, he takes out the small pouch that he kept the ring in and just hands it to him.
Pooch.
Ah. he takes the ring and then, or not the ring, but takes the pouch that the ring is being kept in. He's like, and he, you know, kind of like feels the power as well, just emanating from the pouch. He's like, ah, I see. You didn't happen to gather anything on this tomb, did you? I mean, rather specifically, who might have been there, buried?
Mortarin
Nods.
just says, I did hand you a second piece of paper.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
From the
Read the manga.
information, read the manga. So
Oh,
from the
sorry,
information that
Scientist.
you
Yeah,
relay,
read the manga.
he's like, I don't
Look-
want to read. Ah.
Yeah.
I
want
just
to let
watched
you
the
know,
dubbed anime. Dubbed.
I'm assuming Cyphus is gonna look at the second piece of paper.
Yeah, he reads it through and quickly enough.
Uh,
Homeboy's a fast
can't.
reader. What?
He can't because it's completely blank.
Is this a joke? He's
Looks-
like, is this a joke? Look, if you've got invisible ink, just show me what you wrote down.
Yasha's just like in the background.
Mortarin,
like,
Mortarin just
Mortarin
kind of
makes
smiles
notes.
at Cyphus.
What the heck is happening here? What is? kind of made
Consider
both
this.
of happening.
Consider this. Thank you for my sandwich the other day.
You've picked rather an interesting time to be petty. Anyways,
Just tugging at Lamine, be like, are all mages like this?
I can't say I've
Mortarin
met
just kind of
many
like
them, but-
looks up at the sky and just goes. It won't last for very long.
well, in any case, I can probably gather a few. I can probably gather from what you've told me, and the context of the ruins. I may have a lead. From a few
I
sources.
do mention that he did say his name at some point. It was just like kind of stumbled through it. To start
Oh
with the
yeah,
V.
Mortarin will just flat out say the the
You mentioned the
witch's
name?
and yeah, he would just be like, that ring. Yeah, that's a lich.
Ah,
I mean,
Very
still
well.
the name, like it was a V, V something.
Arcvirus, yes? He's a rather, well, not well-studied member, but we know of him. He's the founder of the School of Necromancy. Or at least, very late. He was, once great teacher who thought he could save the entire world through death. Imagine, a world without war, a world that was only peace. But only that could be achieved if everyone was dead. Idealistic, but not practical. And from that he sort of makes a gesture at the pouch, and you notice that he's casting some spells. He opens the pouch up and he produces the ring. It's now, instead of that, imposing power from the last time you sensed it, it's very for lack of a better term, it's docile. It doesn't give off any force or energy, and it just softly glows its amethyst color in his hand. And he kind of inspects it, and he's just like, it was as if it has never aged a day. It's impressive. But given from what I can only presume would be the Lord of the Dead's ring, and from what you've told me, this ring was what fueled the old Lich's army, or rather, gave rise to them. Imagine seeing entire legions of soldiers fall to the ground and rise before you as his own. Quite a terrifying sight, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that kind of happened.
Yes. And you tell
That's
me
true.
that this bandit leader was wearing this.
So
Ah.
at the time, I very much doubt it was actually the bandit leader in control of his body.
Did
He's
not
not
seem
wearing
like
it
it.
anymore.
Alright, that'll happen. Some of these
True, he is
old
not wearing it anymore. I'm so glad you pointed this out.
these old relics are dangerous in a lot more ways than it's made obvious. But many of these powerful relics have made their impression upon their former masters, such as these, of course. Even attempting to utilize such a thing was no doubt a folly that this former bandit would have never known. But in an attempt to untap these powers, no doubt the ring's own influence took over and gave him the ideology and thought that he was the old necromancer, the old lich, so to speak. As far as the history books can have told me, he is still interred within that tomb, never to be opened again. Archmage himself saw to that one, I assure you.
I hope he never comes out.
He then passes you back your pouch, and then pockets the ring for the moment. He says, "This I have a special place for safekeeping."
I sure hope you do.
Yeah, sure hope he does. By the way, probably enough time has passed where the sun has starting to go down, and the ancient common and the ruins, and basically all the stuff that Mortarin was writing down when they're in the tomb, is starting to appear on the paper.
Ah. This was the stuff on his mural, right? Or on his his coffin?
Including some of, because Mortarin got the first one, like he was able to fully decipher the first one, but the other ancient common he only got like bits and pieces. Those notes are on there as well.
Well, he kind of looks it over, and Caiaphas sort of shakes his head, and he's just like, "I know a bit of ancient common, little bit. It's not enough to get everything, but from what I've been able to gather, this can definitely confirm this is Arcvirus. It's his name, his titles, and his great and terrible. You know, every person has their own honorifics, but this is certainly his." And he then thanks you guys, and he says, "This I will definitely compensate. Clyde should have your payment and a good rest. Oh, but before we go," and he almost happily claps his hands. He's like, "I can at the very least show you what I intend to do with this ring." And he sort of gestures to you to sort of follow him deeper into the garden.
I will.
Sure.
He takes a path through the garden, and he sort of takes in the air as the sun begins to set, and he sort of sighs and is like, "Man, what I would do for another day out in those forests." And he then waves his hand a bit, and some of the foliage begins to sort of move at his command, and you see another path just off of the cobbled path in the garden, like almost a dirt path, reveal itself. And
Yes, I'd be like, but can't you just go?
If only it were that easy. Someone has to stay here and keep things from falling apart.
Yasha is confused, doesn't get it. It's like, why can't you just go? City life responsibilities are just foreign to him. But why though?
But why?
Nature does not fall apart when I leave it.
Yes, but unfortunately, Valvediri is not a forest or a mountain. This place has order and structure, and it needs to be maintained only by the most powerful and the wisest. And yet here I am. He leads you in through this little secluded enclosure, and inside there's a statue of a mage, of a robed mage with a palm stretched out, and you see him sort of press his hand to the palm, and the statue turns sideways, revealing a little hole in the grounds, and he says, "Down below is the vault." Now, normally this isn't a traditional means to get things into the vault, but this is one of our ways. The vault is quite a ways below the earth, and is in fact a complete and total secret. I'm revealing this only to you, simply because this is the only means that you will know how to get here, and also, in the unlikely event that something may happen, and you may have need to dispose something dangerous without my supervision, you'll at the very least know of this place. However, do be sure that, much like with the rest of our task, this is certainly kept secret. While there are some that know of a mythical vault that sits beneath the tower, none have ever dreamed or imagined a means to get there, so it's imperative that these things remain dreams to those who seem a little opportunistic. And with that, he produces the ring from his pocket and just unceremoniously drops it into the hole. And then taps the hand again, and the statue closes it. Then kind of gives off another sigh. He's like, "All right, well, I'm sure you've had enough of my bullshit today. How about you all take the night off and enjoy yourselves? You look worse for wear, after all."
I want to roll in dirt.
Please don't roll in dirt.
Absolutely not.
I smell bad.
It's because you're bleeding.
Is that a hint of all natural lemon fresh and blood?
It's called.
It just upset monk sounds like, oh no.
No, it's just blood.
Nope, that's just blood.
No lemons here.
And with that, the acting archmage dismisses you, and he says, "In time, I'll have some things for you. But for now, why don't you kick back for the time being and enjoy yourselves a moment.
Lovely.
Give Clyde my regards." And with that, he dismisses you.
Let's go say hi to Clyde then.
Yep.
Very
So,
good.
you return to the Golden Home, and there Clyde welcomes you in the same fashion, and he nods and he says, "I've taken the liberty of leaving your payment at your rooms this time. Given the quantitative sum, you'll probably want less prying eyes for it." He gives you like a friendly wink and then lets you off.
Alright. Time to go decompress.
Yep.
Yeah, but first we're gonna wash Yasha.
Looks at you in fear.
God's no, he's doing himself.
Time to wash the monk again.
Yep.
I
Murder
did
he's
yesterday.
eating himself, but he's just like, no, we take care of Yasha first.
But I bathed yesterday.
You're bathing today.
Well, actually, how long has it been? It's just been a day, hasn't it?
It has been, yeah, it's been a day.
Yeah, it was just like, no, I already did it yesterday.
As long as you don't go rolling around in dirt, I won't enforce a path onto you.
Well,
Just
Mortarin
make sure you
is.
clean up the blood. I mean, well, you can have fun with that. I mean, it's fine with it. She just wants to make sure that he doesn't like go to sleep with blood on him. Like, please, just clean the blood off.
Which
Please.
means to take a full bath. All right, get inside. Get in the tub. Ah!
Yelling monk sounds from the bathroom.
Well, as the party collectively returns to their rooms and forces another bath on the monk, clean the
this
blood
is a horrible life.
Please.
to clean the stench and blood and smell of death on you.
Keep her from
I
smoke, please.
I
He
should've-
was eating
There's
Goofy's
so
treat,
much blood on your
and
shirt.
he had a treat in his mouth, and I'm just holding him, and he just like eats it.
Eats.
No. Now you
Holy-
get punished by the doggo. Come on, doggo. Come on, my lap. Yeah, get the puckers. See? No, not me, Bucky.
Eh.
Look, there's a cat. You're literally on a cat right now. Oh God.
Cat?
Get him. Yeah.
Cat.
Yep.
Cat.
So yeah. So the monk is once again forced into bathing by
It is
members.
once again very sad.
is once again sad but clean.
Sad but clean.
Cleansed, but at what cost?
I should have never left the forest.
No.
He's just on the floor all sad, like I should have never left the forest. The city is scary.
Alrighty.
God, I can't find.
So with that, you each receive a lovely sum of 1,000 gold for your troubles.
Holy shit.
Whoosh.
How?
Yep.
Oh.
So each of you get 1 grand.
Oh.
Hell
Ooh.
yeah.
Let me see.
The crewing gold becomes a dragon.
Yep.
If you become a dragon, do I still have to take bath?
Yes. I'm the bath
Oh.
dragon, motherfucker.
No. the monk learned to run really fast, not because it was useful, but to escape baths.
Mm.
Also, since we got loot, 97 gold to each of us from the dungeon. Oh.
Hello?
Okay.
Oh.
Someone died.
Yep. So, with that, I will conclude the session. That is the,
you cut that, by the way, right, guys? 97 gold to each
Yeah.
of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
97. On top of the 1,000 gold.
Yeah, that was from the collective loot of the dungeon. I just divided it.
97 gold. Top of that.
So, y'all did spectacularly well.
Yay!
You also advance 1 level. Y'all are level 3 now.
Yay!
Cherish it. These things come very rarely. But yeah.
I finally get my gimmicks.
Yep. It is now
Gimmick.
time. It is now
I get
time for
nothing.
gimmicks. Don't you
Oh.
pick a
Pick
school?
level slot.
Or do
No,
you
I
pick
pick
at
a
level
school
1?
the first.
You
I
get
can
schools
get
at
level
1.
1.
That's right. And then yeah, Lamine, Shen, you get your 3rd level.
I'm multi-classing though, so.
Ah.
Ooh, I
little bit
get another
downplayed.
level 1 spell and 2 level 2 spells. How cool.
I'll probably be putting into Paladin.
Hooray!
I think I'm going to
Hooray.
conclude the session tonight here, so I'm going to end the stream. So, thank you for tuning in and watching, and you're watching the VOD afterwards. Hope you all have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, morning, and yeah, take care.
Yeah.